dear learners, in this session we shall be discussing different models of alternative education. This topic is taken from Unit 3, Contemporary Scenario of Block 1 of course MES 048, that is Alternative Education of PG DEMA program. What are the main features of alternative education? These alternative schools, they are especially meant for students who cannot succeed in the traditional classrooms. Another important feature of alternative schools is that they have small enrollments. We find that alternative schools, they depart from conventional rules and regulations that govern textbooks, class size, grading, curriculum, locus of instruction, and teacher qualifications. Some of these alternative education programs, they use computer learning and distance education, and some other they use mainly outdoor activities and challenges. Some other alternative schools, they rely on the community as a classroom or blend academic instruction with real world experiences. We find that most of the alternative education approaches are more individualized, have more respect for the student, parent, and teacher, and are more experiential and interest based. According to Ravid, most alternative schools, they focus on central themes and philosophies, small number of students, personalization, interpersonal relationships, and consider students as human beings. Now, what are the three models of alternative education? The three models of alternative education are: first, restructured schools or type 1 alternatives; second, disciplinary programs or type 2 alternatives; third, problem solving or type 3 alternatives. Let us first discuss restructured schools. Restructured schools or type 1 alternatives, these are considered as progeny of the early free schools, and they may start as early as the primary grades. Many of the new charter schools, they opened since the early 1990s, and they have adopted a child-centered philosophy. Although restructured schools are not specifically designed for at-risk youth, these programs often incorporate ideas that work to the advantage of students who are struggling in mainstream schools. Second model is disciplinary programs or type 2 alternatives. These are meant for violent or disruptive students, and they are also considered as last chance programs. Now, why are these called as last chance programs? Because this is an opportunity given to the students before they are removed from the school. So this option is provided as the last chance program prior to expulsion. They have been like soft jails, and they have nothing to do with the options or choice. These alternative education institutions, they provide high school or middle school students with a mix of behavior modification and intensive individual attention. These institutions also benefit mainstream students by removing troublemakers from class. Therefore, these programs, they mainly focus on behavioral modification and little attention is paid to modifying curriculum or pedagogy. In some of these programs, students, they perform the work of the regular classes from which they have been removed, and in others they simply focus on the basics, emphasizing rote learning skills and drill. Now we move to the third model, that is problem solving schools or type 3 alternatives. This alternative is meant for those students who are presumed to need remediation or rehabilitation, which could be academic, social, emotional, or both. The assumption is that after successful remediation, it is possible that they can return to the mainstream programs. Therefore, these programs, they focus on remedial work and on stimulating social and emotional growth after emphasizing school as a community. Now, the three models we have discussed so far, so we find that usually the alternative schools, they are identified as one of these three types, but some programs can be a mix of the two. It has been seen that in some alternative schools, the compassionate staff may give type 2 program, that is disciplinary type, some overtones of the type 3 also. And it is also possible that some committed program 3 type, that is problem solving, may also venture into the innovations that mark a type 1, that is restructured schools. But whether it is type 1, type 2 or type 3, this depends on a number of factors like how the schools are being evaluated, whether student affiliation is by choice, by sentence, or referral, what is assumed about school and students. Now, how are these three models different? We find that in disciplinary program, that is type 2 alternative, and the problem solving schools, the type 3 alternative, these two models, they have this assumption that the problem lies within the student, whereas in restructured schools, the assumption is that the coping of difficulties of students may be explained by mismatch of school, student, and if we alter the school programs and the school environment, then it is possible to alter the student response, performance, and achievement. You can reach me at these two email addresses. Thank you very much for the session.